Hi guys, and welcome to the Awakening Energy. I'm Skeed, and this Kundalini activation energy, this pranic healing energy, quantum energy healing session, or energy transfer, attunement, or alignment. Just connect to the energy. You know how to do it. If it's your first time to my channel, welcome. Connect to the energy of my hands. Just feel it and bring it into you. Let it connect with your energy. If you enjoy this, don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, you know the stuff. Today, whilst we're doing this attunement, this alignment, this energy transfer, I want to take the time to talk about two different words that are starting to come out in the West. They are Kundalini activation and Kundalini awakening. Kundalini activation is pranic energy or pranapat, which stimulates your universal life force energy, your vital life force energy. That's what prana is. This energy is a very healing energy. It can do more things than just heal, but it connects to your energy body. And it can also, just like Reiki does, because chi and prana, it can also balance and open your chakras and more things along the lines. But then we have Kundalini awakening. Now this is very different. Kundalini awakening is when we awaken the Shakti energy, which is a very specific type of prana, if you wish, that goes from the root chakra up to the crown chakra, through the Sushumna, even the Pingala, your column. And it raises up and it opens the 1,000 petal lotus in your pineal and your crown chakras and your pituitary gland. And it is an immense, awesome feeling. The energy can feel different to different people. And yes, we could say it's an orgasmic energy, but that's not just awakening the Kundalini. That is a tantric energy, which also flows through similar channels. But just because you have an energy orgasm doesn't necessarily mean you've awakened your Kundalini. When you awaken your Kundalini, you connect to a much higher level of yourself. And this is not an easy path, it's not all fun and games. If you've heard of the dark night of the soul, that is a very sort of dark place that you have to pass through. Now, if you talk to certain cultures, particularly cultures coming out of India, they will say, be very careful with Kundalini awakenings, because at the end of it, if you don't do it with a guru, you will end up in this very dark place, and it's very bad and it's very negative and very dangerous. Well, actually, the place that they say you end up is not a place you end up, it's a place you pass through, and it's called the dark night of the soul. And if you don't have your ego detached, and you're not open and awake sort of to a certain spiritual level, then you will have problems in the dark night of the soul. And that is when you have what is called, what some psychologists refer to as Kundalini syndrome, because you're attached to your ego and your ego is fighting this energy. And there's a battle going on there, and this is what happens. But the dark night of the soul is just like an onion. It's a layer that has to be peeled away. It's something you have to go through. Not everyone goes through it, but it is there. And if you accept and let go of your ego, you accept the energy, it does just melt away and you move on. And then you come into what is talked about in yoga, the siddhis and enlightenment. Then you are certainly, definitely on your path. So just a little recap. Kundalini activation is quantum healing, it's pranic healing. It's a high level of chi healing. If you're connected to this energy, I'm a Reiki master, I've been a Reiki master for 20 years. You will notice that this energy is quite a bit more powerful than Reiki. Reiki has its place. I'm not trying to put Reiki down. Reiki has its place. It's very good for some things. But this just isn't it. And so there are many brands that have renamed this type of energy. I'm not going to list the brands. There are many throughout the years. But it's pranic energy, it's quantum healing. And quantum healing can come from many places, different parts, different chakras, depending on the school. But it opens you up and opens up your energy body. You can start activating your chakras. And then Kundalini awakening is when the Shakti energy goes up your spine. Obviously, after Shakti, we then have Shiva, which goes down the spine. And then once we have the spine fully open with Shakti and Shiva, we can then combine them with middle pillar activations and the front pillar activations, 3 columns. And then we can go into light body activations, something else I also do. But we have to work through the first things first if you want to go along the path. I have other videos on my channel with light body activation. I also have videos on my channel of where I actually channeled the information learning how to do light body activations. So if you're interested in that, go check them out. I explain them there. So I hope this has served its purpose. This explanation. So this is Kundalini activation energy, which can awaken your Kundalini if you're in the right place. But of course, this is a YouTube video, public. This is very general energy. We're not working on awakening our Kundalinis. If you wish to do that, check out my webpage, theawakening.com, book a session with me, and we can start looking into that privately. Pranic healing, connection, reconnection, whatever you want to call it. Because it is reconnecting to an energy that is within us, rather than something new. This energy flows quite naturally within children, and it gets closed off as we get older. So it is reconnecting ourselves. Let's just stay here now, connecting to the energy, bringing it up, balancing our chakras. Fixing the punctures in our energy bodies, which are caused by stress, bad diet, people thinking badly about us. They call it like the evil eye. It's all unintentional, but it does have effects. Energy works in strange ways. So when you walk past an exam hall and you don't have an exam, you get nervous. Or you walk into a room where there's just been a big argument. There's no one in the room, but you can feel tension in the room. This is energy. We can notice it. Or if you go to a commercial centre and you can pick up on all the stress of all the people and all the electro-smog these days we have. Commercial centres with all the Wi-Fis of all the shops and all the cell phones all in there together, and the electricity and the computers, all electro-smog, which also affects us. And this can also cause damage to our energy bodies. We're just healing our energy bodies from all this bad energy, harmonizing it. And that's it. Thank you for being here today. Namaste.